Pearls are always interesting. I have two types of very little beads. One is about 4 millimeters in diameter and the other is 3 millimeters. I pick up that very little one with 3 millimeters in diameter, round nose pliers, chain nose pliers, flush cutter, and also the wire, of course, the 20 gauge wire for the main structure and 24 gauge for the weaving parts. I use the paper tape to determine the ring size, a ring mandrel, marker or any other kind of cylindrical shapes, a ruler, and that's all. Let's pick up the paper tape and start with measuring the ring size. Wrap the paper tape all around the finger that you are going to make the ring for and cut the extra parts. Then pick up the 20 gauge wire, make it all straight, and put it on the paper tape that is one round of your ring size. Mark this length with a pen or pencil, then put the ruler and mark two 9 millimeters at right and left with a marker. So we need 1 time of your ring size and 1 centimeters and 9 millimeter added. The middle part, I mean 1 round of your ring size, could be hammered or just you could leave it as it is. I use my metal hammer and start hammering the middle part just like this, and you could use any other kinds of metal hammer so that it would be flattened and have a hammered effect just like this. You could use the chain nose pliers to make it all straight, because when you're doing hammering it may lose its shape because it's a soft wire. But don't worry about that. You could do that just like this with chain nose pliers and make it again all straight. At this part, I need to make a very little loop with one of those 9 millimeters at one side. So I put my round nose pliers and make that very little loop at one end. So wrap the wire all around to make something like a teardrop and make a 90-degree bend to have an eye pin. Then wrap it all around the ring mandrel or any other kind of cylindrical shapes like this marker I use in this tutorial. Now let's test it out and put it on. It's a little loose and you could again put it on the ring mandrel or the marker, of course, and squeeze it a little more. It's no matter if it's a little big, because we are going to make another tie and squeeze it a little more, so it's natural and it's okay to be a little big. Insert the extra part of this wire strand into the loop we had just made, and again put it on the ring mandrel and squeeze it a little more with your round nose pliers to be all fit. This is where we need the other 9 millimeters to make another loop, and I cut the extra part and make another little loop at the other side with round nose pliers. So we have 2 perpendicular loops that is just like a tie. So this would be the main structure and the simple wire ring, of course, with the joint. Again, we need 20 gauge wire and we make a jump ring. So wrap it all around. Round nose pliers, make a very little loop, cut the extra part out to have a circle that we named the jump ring, of course. And we could open and close it with both chain nose pliers and round nose pliers just to place them perpendicular with each other. Rotate them to be open and close. You could do that with your nail, and if you're not comfortable with doing so, you could use the tools. Insert it into the second very little loop that we had just made, and another one. Just the first jump ring is a little tight, and the second one is a little bigger. Insert the second jump ring and close it tight. Till now, we have something like this. 2 jump rings is added. And this is the time that we need to decorate this very simple and minimal wire ring with those little pearls. I pick up the 3 millimeters in diameter pearl, insert it into the 24 gauge wire, leave a space of about half of a centimeters, and with round nose pliers make a loop and then twist it to have a suitable and firm joint at this space. At the end, with chain nose pliers, I push it tight so that there wouldn't be any sharp edges left. At the other side, again, I put my round nose pliers, make the very little loop again, and wrap the extra part of wire all around. After wrapping it for 2 or 3 times, cut it with flush cutter and again squeeze it with chain nose pliers at the sharp edge. You could squeeze it even more and make a 90-degree bend at that very little loop and squeeze it as hard as you could. I had made 4 of them, and this is the time to attach it to the main structure and my wire ring, of course. Open the last jump ring and insert those pearls one after the other. This is the first one, the second one, and so on. You could use another kind of beads or even stones, and also you could make them more. I had made 4 of them, but you could use 5 or even 6, or maybe a little bigger size as you desire. Hope you had enjoyed this tutorial and make one. If you liked this video, please press the like, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me in the comments. Take care and bye-bye.